hated this movie. That movie was terrible. That Texas Chainsaw remake was the worst movie ever made. What were those hippies thinking? Yeah. God, I hate them. We're going to get back to some movie reviews now. We're going to talk about a very low-budget flick from a friend of mine named Brian Clement. The movie is Binge and Purge.
Was it made here in Dayton?
Was not. He was made in Canada.
Oh, so he's a Canadian?
He's a Canadian. He has a funny accent. But he's a good guy.
So what is it about?
What is it about? Binge and Purge is a boot. Actually, it's about a group of models who have this weird eating disorder where they binge and purge. But their binging and purging is dealing with cannibalism.
So they're eating people?
They're eating people.
And then spewing them back up.
And that essentially is it. Actually, I don't think they spew the people back up that often. It's sort of making fun of the whole bulimia model thing.
Oh, yeah. So it's almost like vampirism.
Almost, except in a sort of satirical, silly way.
So they turn into these, like, almost like a zombie hunger for this flesh?
Yeah, except that they're hot model chicks, zombies. Yeah. But made by Brian Clement, who made the Meat Market films, which are kind of, I don't want to say standard because they're actually really good low-budget movies, but they're regular, regular zombies. And he took it to the next step with this. Clement is making his movies with no money. This movie only cost, I think, $1,500 to make.
So that means the actresses aren't getting paid.
I don't think anyone got paid. But for that, they're actually pretty good. So let's take a look at a clip of Binge and Purge.
We need to get one of those models and figure out what they're doing.
How many guns we got left?
I like my meat very rare.
I hadn't noticed anything really odd about it. All my girls have their quirks.
You want me to tell those reporters what happened with our officers?
No. Give the department a bad name.
We love to have a taste of our fans.
One of us. Feed and end the pain. You feel so much better if you taste.
I think I've died and gone to heaven.
Not yet.
Couldn't have you puke on cue.
Well, let me try.
So, okay, so you got to look at that. The movie looks really good for being shot on video and for almost no money.
And the actresses did very well, considering they didn't get paid.
And yeah, they're all friends. They're not professional actresses, but they did a good job. The only real two downfalls with this movie, and I could say them with all of Brian Clement's movies, and I've said this to him, so I don't have to worry about offending him, is one, he has a tendency to make too much happen at once. He likes to throw in lots of subplots, so you get like government agents and all these other things that sort of take away from the movie. And he gets a little, once the gore starts moving, and this is a weird complaint really coming from me, it goes on too long. It becomes kind of boring.
You think it becomes boring?
Well, you can only watch, people chew on innards for so long. And then you've seen it and it's time to move on. So, yeah. But, what can you do? Otherwise, with those two things, those two elements, it'd make the movie a little longer than it needs to be. But otherwise, I enjoyed Binge and Purge. And I recommend it. And I recommend Brian Clement's other films, too, if you get a chance. The Meat Market 1 and 2. And he has a new one, which I can't remember the name of. But I'm sure we'll review on a future show. But Binge and Purge, I give it a 7. That sounds fair.
That
7.
sounds fair.
Yeah, so Binge and Purge from Sub Rosa Studios. So check it out at www.bmovie.com. All right.
be sure to catch us at this year's Scary Camp. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend right here at the Dayton Convention Center. For information, just go to www.scarycamp.com. Hope to see you there.
You know. So what do you think? You think that about wraps this show up?
I think so.
All right. So, well, I'm Andy Copp. I'll be seeing you next time, and this is my co-host,
Miss Mia, the video vixen.
the Video Vixen. Here, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys enjoyed her first appearance on the show. She'll definitely be back. So there you have it. I say have a good night.
And I say see you next time. Mwah!
What were those hippies thinking? Yeah. God, I hate them.